Guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. So in this video tutorial we are going to learn how to create a simple navigation bar using HTML and CSS. So I'm going to create my folder here and I will name it navigation bar. So after I create my folder, I'm going to create my which is my HTML file and my CSS file. So I've created my file for the HTML and the CSS. So the second thing I'm going to do is to link my CSS file in the HTML. So I've already linked my CSS in the HTML. So let's create a header. A header. Then in the header we are going to create a nav. Then in the nav you create a heading over here. So I will be using H1 for the heading. I will name it Sense Tech. So after that we are going to create our menu list. So in this case I'll be using unordered list, so UL. Then I'll create my list items. So let me name it home. Home. So I'm just going to copy this and duplicate it. Please let me give this one about. Then the last one should be the contact. So I'm done with my navigation items. So I didn't add any link before, so you are just learning. I'm not going to give any destination to the menu items here. So let's quickly go to our CSS to style the HTML. So in this case I want to clear the margins and the paddings by default of the browser. So I'm using the universal set, the universal class. So give it a padding of 0 pixel. Margin should also be 0 pixel. Sorry. And box sizing border box. So you can see that I've removed the margins and paddings around the items here. So we are going to start our nav. So nav, let me give it a background color of, let me say, gray. Then give it a weight of 100%. 100%. There's some space too around the items here. So let me check my code. So I forgot to bring x to the pixel. So that's it. So let's give it a height no, let's give it a height of, let me say, 80 pixel. pixel. So give it a display of flex. So give it justify content. You want to center it, but not now. So you want the sense text to remain on the left side and the menu list should be on the right side. So justify content should be space between. So you can see that our logo name is on the left side and our menu list on the right side. So let's start the menu list. I want them to be on center, so let me give it a alignment of align items center. Then I'm going to style my UL. So give it list style. List style type should be none, and give it a display of flex. So display flex. They are too close. We want a gap between them, so we give it a gap of 10 pixel. 10 pixel. So let's also give it a space at the right side. So give it margin right. Let's say give it 15 pixel and give it a back. Let's give it a color of white. So as you can see, I've created a simple navigation bar with display flex property. So there's still, you have to give it a little margin for this. So let's give it a margin left of 10 pixel. So I'll say nav ul nav 81. Give it a margin left of 10 pixel, and let's give it a color. Let's just say maybe, let me give it color of maybe orange. Color of orange. So this is it. You have created a simple navigation bar using HTML and your CSS. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching.